Hi everyone, welcome to Ageless, the program dedicated to the idea that when it comes to aging, attitude counts more than the number of candles on your cake. My name is Pearl Boyle and I'm your host. Today my guest is Ginger Heller. She has just published her first book. It's called Marco Polo Blackberry. We'll talk about what that title is about. We're also going to talk about her varied career, and of course we'll talk about her attitudes about aging. So Ginger, thank you so much for coming on the show. Let's start with this varied career of yours. You have had several acts before becoming a writer, midlife, later in life, whatever we want to say. Talk about that a little bit. What else have you done in your life?
I went around trying to figure out how to get a job in business, and I wasn't sophisticated about it, and
this was after you were teaching.
This was after I was teaching,
yeah.
And I saw a little article in the newspaper that said Washington, D.C., there was a conference, a White House conference on women in business. It was a small little item, and I thought, well, I'm a woman and I want to go into business, so I just called them up, the people running the conference. And I said, I'd like to come to the conference. I lived in New York City at the time. They said, well, I mean, you can come to the conference, but you know, you're not invited. I said, well, you have to be invited. Is there a fee? They said, no, it's open, but you know, I'm afraid you can't stay for lunch. I said, well, that's okay. So I wound up getting on the shuttle, going down to Washington.
So you were bold.
I went to the conference, and the thing was, I was the only woman at the conference that didn't have a job. And all the top executives were there. There's a time in our country where there's a lot of pressure to hire women in executive positions. I had 5 job offers.
Wow, so just putting yourself out there, that was
at
one
the right time.
At
and
the
you
right
just,
time.
yeah, swim where the fish aren't.
Our viewers aren't going to know, as you're going on, what the book is about.
I like to say it's the story of Marco Polo Blackberry, who has earned over $500,000 trading in the stock and commodity markets, saved a village in Africa, and his parents have no idea.